UnitedHealth is one of those stocks I bought myself after covering it on our channel and on my account on Seeking Alpha. Actually, on Seeking Alpha, I've covered it twice before actually buying it, and twice I rated it as a hold. But as you can see, as soon as the sentiment turned, I decided to buy the stock of this company myself. My average buying price is at about $304 per share. The stock of this company trades now at about $340, and it gives me the upside of about 13% in a little over a month, which I'm very happy about. Today I want to break down a couple of catalysts that I see for the stock of this company in the very near future, and of course I'll explain what to expect in 2026 and beyond that. So hey there and welcome to the Market Monkeys channel. If you'll find this information valuable, don't forget to support this channel by pressing the like button and subscribing. I have a Seeking Alpha account, as you already realized, and there I have many articles about many topics, the hottest topics of the market. You can see there all of my ratings. You can find a stock that interests you and see how well I done covering it. So if you have a Seeking Alpha account, go and check out this feature. This is really cool. If you don't have a Seeking Alpha account, we have affiliate links, and I really recommend it because it's a great website, and I actually started making money on the market after I subscribed on Seeking Alpha about 5 years ago. Before that, I was not so successful. So one of the major reasons why I decided that the stock of this company may be going upward from that point was the fact that Berkshire Hathaway opened the position. Now, I'm not a fan of Warren Buffett and I do not follow every move of Berkshire Hathaway, but in my previous articles and in my previous videos on this channel, I said that dozens of times that it looks like UnitedHealth was oversold, even though the company goes through some major difficulties, but still the stock of this company went too low. But at the same time, I said I'm not ready to enter in a negative momentum. I'm just not ready for my money to be sitting there and slowly going down for a year. And it could have happened. Nobody knew that the stock of this company will start going up. But of course, it was not only piece of good news that made me buy the stock of this company. Back then, if you remember, the company did not cut the dividend, which I saw as a good sign. They changed the CEO, and the new CEO has started making some very nice decisions in order to keep the stock of this company growing, which I really appreciated. Where there are more people that want to buy the stock than the people that want to sell the stock, the price tag goes up. And right now, this is one of the most important goals for the management of any company, to actually market the stock of this company. I know it may sound silly, but if you will take a look at the stocks that trade at some highest premiums, like Palantir, like Tesla, for example. Tesla did the best ever job to market the stock, and even though the valuation is not there and the performance is like very much not there, the stock of this company flies because they sold it. And this is something I see UnitedHealth management does, and this is very impressive because if you will take a look in general at this company, this is not a stock, it's not a meme stock, right? It's not a trendy stock. The stock of this company had never made so crazy move as it did a couple of months ago when it crashed, but here the CEO opened a huge position himself. Some of the other insiders opened the position. They did not cut the dividend, and in general they do everything in their power to pump the stock up, and this is exactly what I was looking for. I'm not in this stock forever. I want to wait until it jumps up to, let's say, $400–450 per share as of today, and I would sell it. Of course, if there will be some news about the right direction of the company, or that I'll see that I can make bigger gains in a relatively short period of time, I'll wait. But in general, I'm not planning on holding the stock of this company for years, for a very long time. So as of for what important for these goals, I see that major firms are buying the stock of this company. You could see here how many companies have bought and almost no one have sold, which is a very good sign. Also, insiders buy much more than sell, and in general the situation looks interesting. If you'll take a look at the analyst price targets in general over time for this company, you will see that there was almost no period of time when actual analyst price targets and the stock of this company were at the same level. Usually analyst price targets way higher than the actual stock of this company. But here something very interesting happened, because for over 2 weeks now, actual price of UnitedHealth is higher than analyst price target. And this could mean only one thing. Soon we will see many upgrades of the price targets from analysts, and this could be one of the positive catalysts for the stock of this company. First of all, some of them will start a position as they increase their price target, and at the same time, this is a positive signal for retail investors and for some smaller firms to buy the stock of this company. Now, let's take a look at some of the price targets that had already been increased this month. So, for example, Morgan Stanley had previously rated the stock of this company at $325 per share, but now they increased it to almost $400, to $395 per share. It happened on September 12th. Then Truist Financial increased its target from $310 to $365 per share. Bernstein raised price target from $337 to $379, and Barclays also raised their price target from $337 to $352. So as you can see, these price targets were made a few weeks ago, so I would expect to see some upgrades in the near future, in the near few weeks. Of course, it doesn't mean that the company is out of the woods yet. Right now, I explained the sentiment, I explained the momentum, and actually the momentum can drive the stock price much more than any of the fundamentals. That's why I'm so focused on this in this video. But besides of this, of course, there are some things that we should think about and we should be aware of before we blindly jump inside and catch the wave, right? So the company is going through some very difficult times. The biggest problem is that they did not calculate right the costs of the medical treatments. So as the insurer, UnitedHealth is supposed to cover the medical costs for their customers. And previously they were supposed to put inside for the year of 2025 some amount of money to cover those costs. They did not calculate it right, the costs ballooned, and basically the company is in pretty bad spot because of this. Besides, there are some regulatory pressures that we have no idea what direction they could turn tomorrow, and of course there are some investigations that most likely will end in company paying some settlements or some fines. Will the company return to the levels of $600, $650 per share even by the end of 2026? I'm not that sure. I've listened to many podcasts and I've read some of the articles from the experts in this insurance and medical sector of the US, and they are actually skeptical because they say that in general the system is changing and in general the costs are growing, and basically insurers cannot be charging people much more. So this could mean that the company will not return to the same level it was for some period of time. It could be years until they return to their initial position, or it could actually never happen. But at the same time, the stock of this company is really cheap right now, and I am pretty confident that as the company works on the difficulties it has, and they are working on it, they're addressing those issues, they're canceling some of the most expensive plans they had, and they've right now put aside much more money for 2026 to pay out those medical costs. So I am confident the company will be able to mitigate, at least, maybe not to cancel all of the risks, but to mitigate them. This should be enough for me to exit this position safely. Again, as I said, at $400, $450 per share. When will it happen? Hopefully, I will not wait longer than, let's say, another 6-9 months from now. But we'll see what happens. Please don't forget to write in the comments your opinion. What do you think about the stock of this company? I know some of you bought when it was at $260 per share, so you have made some incredible return by now, and I would love to hear about that. Thank you for being with me. I'll see you on our channel next time. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. Happy investing!